I didn't want to make this video, and I'll explain to you more of why, and then why I felt like I needed to make it, with the hope that by the end, you'll be able to grab something away for yourself. If this is your first time seeing me, welcome to the Street Love family. Over here on this channel, what we believe is that regardless of what other people might say, regardless of what you might have gone through in the past or what you feel, we choose to operate in faith and what God has revealed to us through his word, and walk in obedience to him over fear of man, fear of failure, or anything like that. And if you want to hear more about my experience in choosing to operate in faith into what the Lord has told me through his word and the opportunities that he's opened for me, then you can go ahead and check out a video that we have on that. But you're not here to talk about that today. And welcome to the family. Make sure to, I know every YouTuber says this, but we got to for the algorithm. Like, comment, subscribe, and make sure to connect with us as well so we can stay in touch. We don't want this to be the kind of channel where you just watch a video, you get in, you get out of here. We here for you every single day. So I want to be able to interact with y'all too. With that being said, the topic of today's video, I didn't want to make this video. So in case y'all didn't know, I don't script any of my videos. I literally just be like coming outside and talking to y'all. And I like that. Like, I like the authenticity. I like the fact that I can just speak to y'all in real time about what the Lord is teaching me through my life and what I'm going through, to encourage y'all, to connect with y'all so you can see that you're not alone. Have someone who's also going down the same path, and then feel like you can relate to that and be inspired by that. But one thing that I've experienced is, with me even creating this channel, the goal was just like I said, like to be able to connect with y'all, and to, as the Lord is teaching me real things, to be able to steward well the opportunities, the influence, and just the talents that he's given me for the kingdom. But if I'm being honest, it has not been that straightforward or that easy. And I literally just started, and I can give more context into why. And this is me just being transparent with y'all. I felt like before I was following Christ, I had this idea of what my life should look like and what I should be doing. So what I mean by that is, like, in all the actions that I'm taking, they need to be leading back to this ultimate goal of making me rich, of making me famous. And the reason that I need to be rich and famous is because I'm living my life and working ultimately for the approval of man. That's literally what it is, man. Because with riches, like, bro, have you read Ecclesiastes? Like, literally everything apart from the Lord is meaningless. And that's the truth, and I know that. But it can be hard to live that, because I still have this temptation in the back of my head that's telling me that in all I'm doing, I want to glorify myself. I want my name to be brought up. When the truth is that, like, bro, the reason I'm starting this channel is not so that you could look at me or look at Street Love and think that it's something, but rather you could look at me as an imperfect person trying to point you to the one that is perfect, and truly walking in obedience to the Lord, as opposed to trying to build up my own name or anything like that. But I just wanted to share that's like, bro, it is genuinely like a daily struggle, and something I had to be able to teach myself of, like, I truly create for an audience of one. Even if this video gets 0 views or 1 view, then my job is done. But it's so hard to do that because I've been so conditioned to constantly like if you're anything like me, bro, you struggle with this idea of like control, planning out my own life and how it should be. But the word is literally telling me the opposite. Proverbs 16:9 tells us we make our own plans, but the Lord establishes our steps. Proverbs chapter 3, verse 5 and 6 says, trust in the Lord God with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Seek his will in all you do, and he'll show you which path to take. In all your ways, submit to him. Commit your plans to him, and he will acknowledge. And hold on, what am I saying, bro? In all your plans, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. And so that's what I'm trying to do, just like keeping it at the center of all that I'm doing. But I still feel this battle and this temptation to try to like prove myself or try to build up my own name and my own glory. And I feel like in those moments, it's super important to just get like rooted. Like for myself, earlier I was feeling very like, right, just very anxious at the idea of like, I don't know if I should continue doing this. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know if I'm doing too much, but like what I'm trying to create, because I know that I still struggle with these things. So I don't feel qualified. I mean, obviously, like, bro, I'm not a pastor. I'm not a teacher of the word. I haven't been to seminary or anything like that. I'm literally just a believer, like a follower of Christ, doing my best to walk in obedience to what he's told me. But why is that so difficult sometimes? Like, and it's crazy how walking in that obedience has literally led me here. Like, if you would have told me years ago that I'd be sitting in front of my tripod trying to talk to y'all about what's going on in my life and what Jesus has been teaching me, I would have been like, bruh, I don't even know. You know what I mean? But that's how the Lord works. But yeah, I just wanted to encourage y'all that if you can relate to that feeling of you are trying to serve God in what you're doing, because you know that the word tells us to be ambassadors for Christ and whatever that looks like and whatever our sphere of influence looks like. But you still struggle with that feeling of I'm trying to build up my own name, and knowing in your heart that you want God's glory. You want to do things like the word tells us, do nothing out of vain conceit or selfish ambition, but rather in humility value others above yourself, and giving glory to God in all that you're doing and doing it for his glory. But you can still struggle with this idea of, yo, I want to still be looked at as like whatever, a righteous person, a cool person, a person, whatever that person is, for you to have the approval of the people that you want it from. I'm just here to say that, like, bro, I can relate to that, and these are feelings that I still experience, bro. And when you have those feelings, I would encourage y'all to don't walk, bro, run to the word, bro, because the word is what held me down. Like I share with y'all, I'm very grateful for the community that I have in my life, being able to give me scriptures that remind me, it's like, bro, with what I'm doing, let me make sure that it's sincere and genuine from a place of value, like the two greatest commandments. How is what I'm doing helping me love God and love others, love my neighbor like myself? And it's not, and if it's not helping me do those two things, then I don't need to be doing it. So that's literally the main thing for me, man. But it's a daily struggle. It's a daily battle, and it's a daily reminder to myself. That's like, I'm not doing this for my own glory. I'm doing this for God's glory. And so even as I record this video, even as I continue to record these videos, it's just daily me trying to crucify my flesh and tell myself, like, yo, I work for an audience of one, and I move in obedience. That's all that it is, man. It's truly about obedience. So I'm thankful for the word, thankful for Ecclesiastes, just reminding me that, like, bro, everything apart from God is meaningless. And that goes back to the point of, like, what do we do when we experience these feelings, bro? We run to the one that created us, that knows us more than we know ourselves, and loves us more than anything else ever could. So just trying to turn to God and, like, in prayer. And I feel like, bro, in that prayer, like, I need, like, quiet time, bro. Like, actually just, like, quiet time with God. And the problem with that has been, like, literally my phone, bro. Like, the phones be such a distraction. Your mom is right, bro. It really is that phone, because being on your phone constantly, bro, your mind cannot slow down. And a lot of the things that you're seeing aren't even feeding your spirit. They're feeding your flesh, bro. And we know the word talks about feeding our spirit and starving our flesh. So just being intentional, being like, my quiet time with God needs to be a non-negotiable, bro. I need to be giving myself to him daily and repenting, because I'm sinning every day. It's the truth. So just for me, taking that quiet time with God, just to pray, to meditate, to read the scriptures, it really is encouraging. It reminds me of, like, why I'm doing what I'm doing. You know what I mean? And it's so crucial, bro. So I just want to make sure that I'm encouraging y'all with that. And then if you feel like you don't have anyone around you currently that can encourage you, whether it's like, bro, someone who you can read the Bible with and check in with, getting prayer requests, getting encouragement, listening to tough Christian music. Shout out Alex Jean, he just dropped, feel me, Christian podcasts and books. We actually created a community on Discord where you can go ahead and have all that, man. It's small right now because it just started, but the idea is literally, the word says, as iron sharpens iron, one friend sharpens another. So to be able to just sharpen each other and encourage each other as we walk in our faith, man. And even as I'm making this video right now, I hope that it encourages you that you can feel like you can feel that someone knows you and someone relates to you and has been in your same experience when we do our different things in the world, whether it's like, bro, we're a businessman, you're a pastor, you're a nurse, you're a doctor, whatever you are, and you want to be recognized for your good work. And obviously, it's not a problem to do good work. You know, the laborer earns his wages, but like, what is our why? What is our identity? What's the root behind what we're doing? And so I want the root behind what I'm doing to be serving God first and foremost. And it's a daily thing for me to crucify my flesh and this idea that I need to prove myself to other people, this idea that I want to be on billboards and in the Hall of Fame. Because you know what's so crazy? You know what's so crazy, bro? No matter what you do, you will be forgotten. I was thinking about that the other day and I'm like, bro, that's really crazy. No matter what you do, bro, there is nobody that will not be forgotten. Even if this ends up getting like a billion views and I'm the biggest YouTuber in the world, like Mr. Beast, even Mr. Beast will be forgotten one day, bro. So you're spending your whole life trying to prove yourself to other people so that you won't be forgotten, so that you have your own name, your own glory, which you feel like is giving you your own value, only to realize that, bro, your name will soon to pass away. You don't believe me? Let me quiz you, bro. Who made the airplane? I bet you didn't know that. Who invented the light bulb? Oh, that might be Benjamin Franklin. So maybe I do know that one. I mean, his name hasn't been forgotten yet, but I'm trolling. But you see my point, bro. Like, even these great people that we look to, bro, like, they're not even here. You feel me? So why am I living my life for others to remember me instead of living my life for the one who created me? And remembering that there actually is one name that will never pass away, and that's the name of Jesus. So just encourage you of like, bruh, crucifying our flesh daily and reminding ourselves that building up our own name is literally futile, bruh. The name of Street Love, the name of Jeff, if that name can be a name where it's like, yo, you think of Street Love and then that makes you want to think of God, or watching my content or seeing Street Love and seeing what I'm doing is encouraging you to realize that I'm literally nobody, bro. I'm an imperfect person. Don't follow me. Then follow God. Then I have done my job, bro. And yeah, man. That's that just made me feel good, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like even me talking to y'all and being able to make videos, bro. I'm making these to encourage y'all, but at the same time, they're very encouraging to me because it's good to be able to walk in obedience to what God has told us. I remember at the end of the day, like, bro, the glory that comes from the Lord is incomparable with the glory that the world could give you, bro. Like, we could literally live our lives with this idea of the prom king, like this person that we want to be, this thing that if we can just achieve it, then we'll be happy. But at the end of the day, like, bro, all of these things are meaningless. The only way that we can bear real fruit and have real meaning in what we're doing is when we submit it to God, is when we submit it to Jesus and realize that through his sacrifice, through his atonement, and through God's grace and mercy, we were reconciled to God, man. That when we put our faith in Jesus, we are actually children of God and part of a royal family. And when you're viewing it like that, it's like, yo, and I was tripping about what? TikTok fame? Instagram fame? Like the approval of heads from your school or whatever you might think it is, like it's incomparable. So I thank God for it, man. I truly do. And I thank God for y'all, bro. I thank God for this community. I thank God for the opportunity to be able to connect with y'all, to speak to y'all, and just looking to be an ambassador for Christ to the best of my ability and whatever that may look like. So I think that's going to wrap it up for today, man. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. As I mentioned before, make sure to join the Discord, man. I'm talking to y'all every single day. We're getting active in the Discord, bro. So join up in there. We a real family, like I said. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share this video with someone who has struggled with this idea of looking to follow Christ and build up his name, while at the same time having this flesh and this temptation that's telling us to build up our own names. Remind them of what it tells us in Ecclesiastes, everything is meaningless apart from the Lord. And remind them that we're not supposed to do anything out of vain conceit or selfish ambition. Remind them that the glory that comes from God is incomparable with the glory that comes to the world. And remind them that there is no action that they could take that would ever make them more or less loved by God, bro. God's love is truly like nothing else. And I thank God for that. So I love y'all, man. I normally say I love y'all boys, but somebody said I shouldn't be saying boys because, obviously this channel is for girls and boys. I'm just saying boys, like y'all the homies, you feel me? So I love y'all boys. We're going to see you in the next video. Yes, sir. Let's get it.